ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick,
Is there a little bit of blue in that black portion of the suit? I don't know, man. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Far From Home movies. Molten Man Build-A-Figure Waves, Julia Carpenter, Spider-Woman. Sure, pick up the set you can't do so. Megalopolis, City of Collectibles, where you can pick up your Marvel Legends and all kinds of other action figures. They have their daily deals and an awesome rewards points programs. Check them out. Link in the description below. I'm already pretty impressed with this figure. Looking good so far. Big old Build-A-Figure piece inside. On the side you can see Spider-Woman, and then on the back you can see Spider-Woman again. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave. Then we get Spider-Woman on this side, and then we get a spot varnished spider logo on the top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman figure out of the packaging, and this figure looks great, man. Now we're seeing a lot of reused parts over here, so as far as articulation, there's not a whole lot of new going on, but as far as aesthetics goes, I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing so far. We do not get a ton of accessories with this figure though, so let's just get a closer look at those really quick, and then we'll get a closer look at Spider-Woman. So Spider-Woman comes with that big old Build-A-Figure piece, and she comes with one accessory for herself, and that is this psychokinetic web shooting hand, which looks great. I have not seen this kind of effect before as far as any spider webs go from Marvel Legends at all, so I'm really stoked to see this pink hue kind of glisten right there in the light. That looks really neat. I like that a lot. You get this bubbly effect right over here coming out of the palm of her hand, so that is really cool. I dig this quite a bit, and it's easy to just pop off her right hand and then just replace it with this hand right here, and there you go. Now the gesture is the same as the hand that was already there, so it would have been cool to be able to just attach this to the hand so you can maybe use it for other things, I guess, but I don't know. She's the only one that really shoots webs like this, so that's cool. In case you haven't checked out MarvelousNews.com recently, you have a chance of winning $100 worth of free toys, and they have awesome picks of the day as well, so check them out. Link in the description below. But Julia Carpenter's Spider-Woman first appeared in Secret Wars, and she was tricked into an experiment where she was injected with spider venom and exotic plant extract, and she has the same powers as Spider-Man, but she has the bonus powers of clairvoyance, telepathy, and she has her psychokinetic web. And it's worth mentioning that Julia Carpenter also took the alias of Arachne in the more recent comic books, and at one point she was Madam Web. As I first was introduced to this character through the Avengers West Coast comics way back that are hand-me-down comics from my cousin, and then also from the Iron Man cartoon from the 90s. But man, I love this head sculpt. This looks great. I like the flesh tone right there. The hair looks fantastic. Even just looking at it through the packaging, I was like, ooh, that hair looks really good. I love that, man. Now, I think we've seen this sculpted hair before. I could be wrong, but I think we've seen it before. But I really like how the paint apps came out more than anything. That's what's really standing out. Well, I like the sculpt too, but yeah, the paint apps are quite stellar. So I'm very pleased with this. That looks fantastic, man. I do like that face sculpt a lot too. That looks really good. The mask looks great. I like the pink lipstick. Now, one thing that's kind of tripping me out over here, and it may be just from the lack of sleep with me having two babies in the house, but I feel like there are parts of the figure where it looks black and then other parts where it looks very dark blue. I could be totally wrong here, but looking at the figure, we've seen this body mold several times before in the past. This is the Kate Bishop body mold, and you can see that we get the spider logo right there. A little bit of a blemish over the right chicha. It's a little irritating, but we get this really cool glossy white paint right here on the limbs, and I think that looks awesome. And we get the wide open hands right there, so I'm very happy with that very glossy white paint. I don't know, if I turn things down you can see how glossy it is, right? Yeah, it looks really good. Very pleased with that. And looking at the lower torso, so at the upper torso right here, I feel like this is black with the white paint over it. But if I look at the lower torso, it looks like it has that midnight blue color. You see what I'm saying? So black and then midnight blue. Black, midnight blue. Right? Am I tripping over here? Is there a difference? I don't know. Same thing with the shoulder right here. Very dark blue, and then that looks black. Very dark blue, black. Again, we're just looking at that left chicha this whole time. But anyway, looking at the back of the figure, you can see that we still get some nice deco printed right over there. So I like that. And she does have a port in the back. And then you can see the Julia Carpenter nalgas looking really good. And then a little bit of white splotching right over here on the upper thigh. Could be irksome. But again, we get that nice shiny white paint right over here for the legs. And I think that looks great. Unfortunately, I do have this little QC issue with the disc on the right foot kind of sticking too low. So it makes it tricky to pose around. Or not pose around, but just, I don't know, maneuver. And it hasn't really ruined the figure for me in any kind of way. But it's something worth pointing out. I don't have that on that side. And of course, she still has the peg peg holes at the bottom of her feet. And I'm pretty happy with the articulation on this figure. The hair is fairly on the stiff side, so you can't really get her looking up too much more than that right there, which is barely looking up at all. It looks just like she's just looking straight on. But you can get her to look down quite a bit. You get side-to-side motion right over here. Due to the hair getting in the way, it's going to tilt a little bit in an awkward angle. A little bit of head wobbling right there. No real head pivot though. Shoulders can move outward that far and down. You could rotate a full 360. You only get a single jointed elbow that just meets only at the 90-degree mark, and you get rotation at the elbow, and then the wrist turns side to side and hinge up and down. On this extra wrist, you don't get a joint in there. It's just only rotation, so that's frustrating. You get a diaphragm swivel right here, diaphragm pivot, and she'll crunch forward that much and back quite a bit further. And you can see it gets a little bit weird with that spider logo kind of missing shape a little bit, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me too much. Hips move outward that far, and she'll kick forward really high and back quite a bit. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Then the ankles move down, they move up, and she does have beautiful ankle pivot. And to measure out this Spider-Woman figure, you can see that she is standing just under 6.5 inches tall. And then here's our new Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman. This figure has always been very difficult to manage, and it has been a letdown. A very tricky figure over here, so we've desperately needed a new Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman in our Marvel Legends collection. And yeah, this Hasbro figure looks great compared to this older one. Now, one thing that you can see for sure is that this is definitely blue. This definitely has the black and blue mixed in, so I wish this was a little bit closer to this color. They're very similar, but yeah, overall, very happy with this. And then for our 616 Spider-Woman comparison, we have the Jessica Drew Spider-Woman next to the Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman. Man, I still really like this figure quite a bit, but yeah, these two look really cool standing side by side. I like that. And then here's Spider-Woman next to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Face-Off 2-pack Iron Man figure that most resembles the cartoon design, and I really wish that Hasbro would give us a revamped version of this Iron Man figure. Wouldn't that be cool? I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that in the comment section below. And then here's Spider-Woman next to the only other two figures from this wave that I've reviewed. We have the Far From Home Spider-Man, and we have Hydro Man. And then here's Spider-Woman next to the Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man, and yeah, she teams up with Spidey quite a bit in the comics. And then here's the Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Ooh, red-headed Spider-Woman. And we're not related. Hey, just because I'm a letdown doesn't mean I don't go down. Okay, a little too forward. Sorry. So I wanted to see how this figure would look with the black backdrop, and it does look very cool. So I did take some photos of the figure with the black backdrop over here, and I do really like this figure a lot, man. Now this is a pleasant surprise for me because I've been wanting a redone version of Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman for a very long time. I really felt like we've needed it. So I'm very happy over here, man. I don't have really many complaints. The whole thing with the colors, you know, that's just really picky stuff, you know. So overall, I'm very pleased with this figure. And at the price point of around 20 to 25 bucks, I'm giving this Spider-Woman figure a Sun rating of I love it! And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Is this a figure you've been wanting for a long time too? I'm very stoked to see this. Anyway, hit the like button if you liked the video, leave your comment down below, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you have not already, and a big thanks to all these people that support this YouTube channel. I just posted a giveaway announcement yesterday, and I will have another giveaway announcement very soon, so stay tuned for that, you guys. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, be sure to check out marvelousnews.com, and don't forget to follow me on the social media over on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. Links to everything I talked about in the description below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot.